Raise your drinks up casually. Raise your drinks up. Raise your drinks up casually. It's the Black Bourbon family.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason.
And I'm Brandy.
And we're the Black Bourbon family. All right, y'all. So today we are going to be talking about a brand that we've never had before. And we got a story on how we have this bottle and another bottle. So today we have Garrison Brothers. So Garrison Brothers was started by Nancy and Dan Garrison. Now, Brandy, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if Nancy and Dan are brother, sister, husband, wife, whatever. But they both have the last name Garrison. So, real quick on how we are reviewing this. We have a good friend of ours who was in Miami at a restaurant. He sent me a picture of a bottle that we're going to be talking about later called the Lady Bird. He said, have you all ever reviewed Garrison Brothers or the Lady Bird? And I'm like, no, we've never even had Garrison Brothers. He said, well, it just so happened that I'm sitting right next to Nancy Garrison. And she is the co-founder of Garrison Brothers. Right?
Right.
And so I said, well, since you are sitting there, tell Nancy that we would love to have Garrison Brothers Lady Bird on our channel. Because I hadn't even seen it in Chicago at that time. And long story short, I sent Nancy an email, and about a week or so later, we have the small batch as well as the Lady Bird, which we'll be talking about in a few. Right?
Right.
So like I try to tell people, closed mouths don't get fed. You gotta open your mouth when the opportunity arises, and look what happens. We got Garrison Brothers.
We do. And that's true. He says that all the time.
So real quick about the bourbon. It is at least 3 years old, and I think it's coming in, I'm just gonna have to lift it up. I think it's 94.5, or 94, just 94 proof. And Garrison Brothers wanted to make sure they were very specific in, this is #1 food grade corn. It is also soft red winter wheat. So this is wheat, Brandy. See if we smell some wheat in this one. That's an inside joke for all y'all who follow us. And it's from local farms. And also a 2-row barley. Now, I'll be honest, don't know what that really means. Not into the agricultural industry. But it's 2-row barley. And so the small batch is at least 3 years old. And it's food grade corn from Texas.
South Texas.
South. Hi, Texas. I hope that's how you say it. H-Y-E. Hi, Texas. All right, Brandy.
Yes.
All right, so let's begin the process.
I mean,
Corn.
it smells like wheat.
No, it does. I get that strong corn smell, and I get the wheat.
Yeah, I smell wheat.
And maybe
spice for sure.
Spice in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of I smell some caramel.
Caramel?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And while we're smelling, if you could do us a huge favor and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on Instagram. And huge shout out to Nancy Garrison for sending us over this bottle and the sample of the Lady Bird. Thank you so much.
Yes. I mean, but that wheat is really hitting me.
So that is the wheat that I'm getting, Brandy. I thought it was corn at first, but you're right. It is wheat. And I'm getting, it's very strong. Mm-hmm. I'm getting some of the caramel that you mentioned. But it is, I just got some spice when I took it off the nose. All right. Well, I say it smells very good, but strong in that wheat smell. And I'm wondering if it's that corn smell too.
It might be.
It's food grade corn now, Brandon. Right? All right, you ready?
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Our first taste. It's okay. I'll wait.
Go ahead.
Let's get another taste. No, I was gonna say something. Okay. You want to go? Or you want me to
No,
go?
go ahead.
I was gonna say it's sweet, but it's not your typical like caramel sweet or brown sugar sweetness. It has those notes in it, but it's a different type of sweetness to it. I'm getting that spice on it. Even at 94 proof. Now this is our first drink of bourbon of the day, so I don't know if maybe that's what's giving it a little bit more spice, but I think it just has more spice to it.
Some great legs.
Look at those legs, man. What do you say?
Yeah, it's I do taste the sweetness. It's not an overpowering sweetness. It's not that like rich sweetness that, you know, I typically like go towards.
Okay.
But it has enough sweetness that I'm like, right? But I'm getting a little bit of raisins, a little bit.
Okay.
But I am getting that brown sugar that you said you're not really getting. But it's not like strong. So maybe that's what you meant. It's not like a heavy like brown sugar, but or even like a brown butter. Is that what it is?
That's what I got. That's it. It's a brown butter, but it's mellow brown butter. It's not a overpowering, and to your point, like super rich brown butter, but you taste it and then the spice kicks in and it fades in the background.
Right. And I do taste the wheat. I do taste the wheat. So as much as you smell it, it's not as strong in the taste though.
Right, exactly. You're right. Well, Brandy, I'm not going to keep people waiting. I know they came to hear about the Lady Bird, okay? So we're going to have to share this water.
That's fine.
Okay. So the Lady Bird, you all, is the small batch bourbon. And here's a sample they sent us of the Lady Bird. And thanks so much again for sending this. It is 4 to 5 years old of the small batch, okay? Then they take it and put it in a honey barrel for 8 to 9 months, okay? And that's not all. So after they put it in the honey barrel, they put it in cognac cask, XO cognac cask, for 3 years. So now we're talking about anywhere between, what's that? Gotta do my math. 4 to 5. So let's just say 4. Plus 8 months or 9 months. So let's just say 5 years. Plus another 3 years. So we're talking 8 years, right? Now we're talking, right? In terms of you a little bit more mature bourbon. It's been in different casks and barrels. And it comes in at 114 proof. All right?
All right.
And so just the last thing, as you begin your smelling, this is a tribute to Lady Bird Johnson and her commitment to the environment and wildflowers. Okay? So this is a tribute. And I think it also is showing the passion that both Nancy and Donis have for bourbon as well. So what'd you get on the nose while I was doing all that talking?
You're doing so well, though.
Okay, while Brandy's still thinking, I get that honey immediately. I really get that honey.
Oh, yeah. Look, oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, man, that honey.
I was looking for something else, but yes, you do. You definitely smell the honey. Like a peppery spice.
Okay.
The typical, the caramel and vanilla.
But I also get some of that cognac smell. It's more of it's not nuttiness, but it's kind of nutty in a sense that it gives me. But it's also, it gives it like an extra sweetness smell to me.
I definitely smell some sweetness.
You get the sweetness?
But it could be the honey though.
Oh, okay. No, I can smell the honey by itself for sure.
Okay. It smells good.
It smells very good. You ready?
Yeah. Because I'm not helping you very much on the nose this time.
As usual. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah, they onto this. They onto something on this one. This one, man.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And this is our first. We didn't taste any of because we only had a sample, so I wanted to wait. We let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes while we were getting ready.
That honey.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
It's like they just. I mean, not in a bad way, but like just put that honey in there and just, it's rich.
And now I'm getting the cognac slightly. The honey is the main ingredient to me. It's aged, and you can tell the difference between this one and that one.
I taste the cognac.
You taste the cognac now? Okay, y'all. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. I was going to say, I don't know the price for sure, but I think it's somewhere around $160, maybe $170. I think the small batch, and I'm just going to guess, is somewhere around $70, maybe $80, if I'm not mistaken. I'll recheck it, and I'll put the actual prices in the video. But
This one have a little wheat in it, too? Oh.
It's this.
No. Oh, yes, that's right.
It's the original.
'Cause I'm tasting the wheat. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to say, Brandy. May need to find a bottle of this Lady Bird.
Yes, absolutely. It's good. It's very good.
Is good. You're talking about almost 8 to 9 years old, honey cognac, finished bourbon, wheated finished bourbon.
Yeah.
Okay, she put the finger up, like she got something to say.
So going back.
Oh, you went back to the
small batch. I'm getting more of a richness to it.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
And I don't know if it's because the Lady Bird is still on my palate, but
I mean, I could see it, but there is a huge difference.
There's a huge difference,
and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But Lady Bird. I'm sorry to say this small batch, but Lady Bird is kicking butt, and this ain't no competition.
Right.
But Lady Bird stands out.
It stood out immediately.
Yes.
Yes. As soon as it hit my palate, I was like,
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So we're not gonna keep you. So what I would say, I would recommend trying the small batch, buying the Lady Bird, and when I say try, buy the bottle of the small batch. But if you see this Lady Bird, and if you saying, okay, I only have certain amount of dollars, I want to try to pick between the small batch and Lady Bird. If you have enough for both, buy them both. Because this was a good daily sipper.
Yep.
Right? 94 proof. This is 114 proof. But they are both delicious.
Right.
But Lady Bird, oh my goodness. Nancy, what have you done? Now you got me searching for this Ladybird. All right, you all. I think this is a brand that people sleep on. They may see it, which we have seen it every once in a while, but we've never picked it up. And now we will definitely pick it up. And they also had last year, Bourbon Judge did a review of the Cowboy. It was a hazmat, came in at over 140 proof. So now if y'all come out with a hazmat bourbon, believe me, I'm looking for that one. All right, well, hey, we thank you all for joining us today. As mentioned before, if you can give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram, purchase Garrison Brothers, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.